At that point, I realized this guy's really small, and hey, how old are you? And I'm only 14. So at that point, oh, geez, like, I work at a church. We do a hot rod program, and we have a couple kids that got a little bit of a checkered past.
Another teenager arrested in an attempted armed robbery thwarted by a former Marine. Plus, the vaccine rollout expected to continue in full swing, with booster shots now available for nearly all vaccines. This, as Imperial County health officials are gearing up for what's expected to be a very hectic flu season. And it's Friday night, and that means another installment of the Varsity Blitz with a septuplet of prep games. Catch all the highlights and scores. 13 on Your Side starts right now.
13 on Your Side starts now.
And thank you for choosing to be with us tonight on 13 on Your Side. I'm Scott Gross. New at 10, the Yuma County Sheriff's Office investigators arrested another teenager involved in the convenience store robbery, foiled by a former Marine. Both juveniles were booked into the Yuma County Juvenile Justice Center for 1 count of armed robbery and 1 count of aggravated assault. There are believed to be 3 suspects in that armed robbery, with two of them now in custody. Yesterday, we asked all of you who watch our newscast if you believe the local former Marine should be recognized for his actions. Well, today, we got our answer. Sheriff Leon Wilmot will be presenting James Kilser with the YCSO Citizens Valor Award. He will also be presented with more awards by other organizations. According to Kilser, the suspect that he subdued is just a juvenile. That detail has not been confirmed by officials until today. Now, regardless, Kilser says it was the suspect's lucky day.
At that point, I realized this guy's really small, and hey, how old are you? And I'm only 14. So at that point, oh, geez, like, I work at a church. We do a hot rod program, and we have a couple kids that got a little bit of a checkered past, and my only thought was like, man, this kid is just about the same as one of them. And it's like, yeah, man, it's like the right age and stuff. It could, who knows? You never know if it's.
The event will be held at YCSO headquarters this coming Tuesday at 8 o'clock in the morning. Our team will be there to provide you with full coverage. El Centro Regional Medical Center placed tents outside the hospital once again to prepare for flu and COVID cases. 13's Wiley Jahari joins us from El Centro with more.
Medical experts believe that flu cases will be higher this year than last year, and new this year is COVID-19. And health experts say because both have similar symptoms, there may be some confusion this flu season. Tents are back up at El Centro Regional Medical Center with 19 COVID hospitalizations as of this morning at ECRMC. The hospital is buckling up for flu season.
The board authorized me to stand up the tents. We have bought some. We had gotten some from the state through the county, and we are ready for that increase when it happens.
The CDC estimates that the flu has resulted in 52,000 deaths annually between 2010 and 2020, something Dr. Edward does not take lightly.
And so did the county, and so did the other hospital. So we all actually planned for a heavy load of patient during the winter months.
Flu season is the main concern. Even the Imperial County Public Health Department is getting ready.
Some of the common symptoms that COVID-19 and flu share includes fever or feeling feverish, having chills, cough, shortness of breath or difficulty breathing, fatigue, sore throat, runny nose, stuffy nose, muscle pain or body aches, headache, vomiting, and diarrhea.
El Centro Regional Medical Center says that these tents will be used for either COVID-19 patients or flu patients. It's yet to be decided, but nonetheless, Dr. Adolf Edwards says they are prepared for the upcoming flu season. They even received additional staffing from the state. I'm Wiley Jahari, reporting from El Centro Regional Medical Center. Back to you.
Thank you, Wiley. In Mexico and Baja California, teens from 12 to 17 years old with serious health conditions will now be able to get a COVID vaccine. This as early as Monday. That'll be the Pfizer vaccine, and they have to register online. The state expects up to 14,000 doses will be administered in clinics and hospitals throughout the state. Soon, health officials believe every teen in Baja will qualify for the shot. The state says about 80% of those 18 and up have received at least one dose of the vaccine. Let's take a look outside, shall we? First alert weather. We're going to take in a view downtown Yuma. Still calm out there, mostly clear skies. We're at 72 degrees. That is a look at the RV World Yuma Skycam. Slight breeze, but we still have gusty conditions throughout portions of our viewing area, and that is leading to some patchy blowing dust. Coming up in your first alert forecast. Yeah, patchy blowing dust. How long will it last? I'll let you know. Also, a slight cool down is on the way, as well as another fantastic viewer weather photo to share with you. All of this coming up in just a little bit. Coming up next on 13 on Your Side, as water levels in the Colorado River are dangerously low, there's now money on the way to fix the problem. Details on this straight ahead.
Yeah, I rewired everything.
With what?
I don't know, just some stuff. It'll work fine.
Just right would be better than fine, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah.
That's why Toyota Service Center technicians use genuine Toyota parts. They're designed specifically for your Toyota to work just right.
Sounds really good.
Toyota Service Centers. Keep your Toyota a Toyota. Toyota. Let's go places.
Over the past 40 years, you've shared your traditions with us.
I won! Yeah!
Let's continue the tradition and celebrate together.
Your dream adventure vehicle is waiting during Quichan Casino Resort's $75,000 off-road giveaway. Earn entries every day from October 1st to the 23rd for your chance to win a 2021 Polaris or Can-Am. Then join us Saturdays, October 9th and 23rd for hourly drawings from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. 11 winners each drawing day will have the opportunity to take home cash or a 2021 off-road vehicle. So much, so close. Quichan Casino Resort.
Has COVID-19 made it hard to pay your rent or utilities? Are you worried about eviction? Get the help you need now. The California COVID-19 Rent Relief Program covers 100% of your unpaid rent and utilities to help you remain in your home. Apply for rent relief now and let your landlord know you've applied so you can avoid eviction. The application is fast and you won't be asked about citizenship. Apply today at housingiskey.com or call 833-430-2122. Sponsored by the State of California.
When kids need medical care, they will often face stressful and life-changing experiences. From long treatments to hospital stays, they will miss out on the things that make being a kid fun. Since 1982, Starlight Children's Foundation transformed the in-hospital experience for 17 million seriously ill kids in 800 children's hospitals and facilities across the United States. Our state-of-the-art programs like Starlight Virtual Reality, Starlight Hospital Wear, and Starlight Gaming allow kids to experience a moment of happiness, no matter the circumstance, so they can enjoy being a kid. Learn more at starlight.org. That's starlight.org.
This segment sponsored in part by Nationwide Vision, serving Arizona for 35 years.
13 on Your Side starts now.
Welcome back. I'm Scott Gross. As water levels in the Colorado River are dangerously low, there is now money on the way to help fix the problem. Luis Lopez has more.
As water levels continue to drop here at the Colorado River, Governor Ducey is committing $30 million to bring that level up. And locally, people are happy to see it.
Well, you know, it makes me feel good that at least we are on the radar, and that people understand that historic conservation and preservation are important things to who we are as a people.
Water levels have been in a constant decline for years. In a press release, Governor Ducey says that the water is important for several reasons, as it's a vital source for the state's communities, tribes, and agriculture. Locally, that funding will help those same communities. And as Lowell Perry, the executive director of Yuma Crossing, says, tourism will be affected as well.
Yes, you know, we need to store up what we can store up back at Lake Mead and further up the line there. But we can't forsake what's going on here. You know, obviously our agricultural business and economy that takes place here, but also from a tourism standpoint. People come and they hang out in these wetlands. It's a form of inexpensive or free family entertainment.
Lake Mead hasn't been full in over 21 years. Hopefully, this money can help to finally end that problem.
Reporting from Yuma, I'm Luis Lopez, 13 on your side.
Speaking of water, is there any rain in the forecast? The answer is maybe. I'll let you know more straight ahead in your First Alert forecast.
Subway has so much new, I couldn't fit it all in the last ad.
Yep, so let me finish this. There's new hickory smoked bacon, fresh mozzarella, smashed avocado. You know what? There's a lot, but it all makes a better footlong.
Can I get a word in?
Sure, take the tagline.
Because
you got to refresh to be fresh.
It's the Eat Fresh Refresh at Subway, and they're refreshing everything from how they make it to how they bake it to how they bring it to you.
This new Turkey Cali Fresh is incredible.
Do you even eat bread?
Steph, it's a commercial.
Next, DT.
What's something that puts Gwyneth in the mood?
Our Gwyneth Paltrow exclusive, talking all things sex, love, and goop.
I mean, have you seen a picture of my husband?
Plus, Jason Sudeikis talks Ted Lasso Season 3.
That's just where it was always headed.
Then only we can take you to the set of The Eternals.
A lot of people are going to see themselves as superheroes for the first time.
Next, DT.
Now's the time to get your tickets for the concert event to benefit Kids at Hope, featuring LA Beatlemania, Noise Pollution, the AC/DC Tribute Band, the Gwen Sisters, and Radical Rewind. Show starts at 6, Saturday night, November 6th at the Colorado River State Historic Park. And tickets are on sale. $20 per person or $50 for a family up to 6.
Non-attorney spokesperson. This is a paid advertisement for legal services sponsored by Nightline Legal. Cases assigned on a random basis to participating law firms. If you or a loved one were recently diagnosed with any form of lung cancer or mesothelioma, call right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation. Your lung cancer or mesothelioma may have been a result of exposure to asbestos, and you may qualify for a cash award from the $30 billion in trust funds set aside for lung cancer and mesothelioma victims and their families. Call right now.
Call 1-800-477-1561.
Breaking news first. Extreme weather first. Border issues first. Agriculture first. Exclusive stories first. If it affects you, your family, your wallet, or your health.
13 on your side. First at 4.
Join Mercedes Martinez. 13 on your side. It's all first at 4 p.m.
Welcome to 13 on your side.
And a very good Friday to all of you across the desert Southwest, or as I like to say, Fry-yay. It is a fantastic day out there. Still a light breeze out there. We're still at 72 degrees right now in Yuma. Let's take a look outside and see what we have going on out there. This is the RV World Yuma Skycam. Still some activity down there on 4th Avenue South in Yuma, downtown. Still hustle and bustle like it was earlier today. Mostly clear skies you'll see out there. The moon almost fully lit. And again, a slight breeze that we have here in Yuma. But that's not the same that we can say right now through as we take a look at Imperial County. I'll let you know more about that in just a little bit. Right now, let's take a look at the satellite and radar. This is where we were at 7 o'clock today. A lot of cloud cover to the north of us near Bakersfield, Las Vegas. Some of it moving our way tonight. Again, mostly clear. You will see some stray clouds here and there, but for the most part, you'll be able to see the stars tonight. You'll be able to see the moon in its entirety tonight, and that will continue into tomorrow morning. Jumping ahead and take a look at our future wind. This is really what I want to show you. Gusty winds right now throughout Imperial County. It encompasses El Centro, Imperial, Holtville, even up and towards Brawley in that area, and that will continue until tomorrow. We'll see some gusty winds throughout Yuma County and Yuma, YPG, but for the most part, we're really watching what's happening in Imperial County because that's picking up and throwing around a lot of dust. So yeah, we've got some patchy dust throughout the area, and that's affecting our air quality index, which is brought to us by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. Moderate throughout most of the valley, even on down into Mexicali. Let's take a look right now at our temperatures throughout the area. Here's where we currently stand in Imperial County. Again, expect patchy blowing dust tonight into tomorrow. It probably won't taper off until about 7 o'clock tomorrow. Then those gusty winds will turn into a light breeze into Sunday. Salton City, you're at 74. Ocotillo, 74. Imperial's at 71. Holtville, you're at 67 degrees. Palo Verde at 69. Across the county and state line into Yuma County, Arizona, also known as the Gila Valley. Yuma right now at 70 degrees along with San Luis. Somerton is at 69. The foothills at 73. Speaking of the foothills, our viewer photo of the day today comes in from Carl Cruzius. A gorgeous shot from the Yuma foothill. This was sundown that he took in mid-September and sent it our way. Look at the colors he's got. The gold there in the clouds just above the mountains. You can see the moon in between the tree. A fantastic photo. Thank you so much for Carl for sharing that with us. Absolutely love seeing it. Here's our MetroCast for tonight. Tonight, midnight, again, mostly clear. You'll see that 69 degrees tonight. Tomorrow when you wake up to enjoy your Saturday, 6 a.m., your morning coffee, some of those clouds will start to move in. Will be around 62 degrees, and that will lead us to about high noon, mostly sunny skies, and 81. Here now is your 7-day forecast. Kind of a breezy weekend, mostly sunny, right around our average, which is 87 degrees. We'll hover right around that. We'll dip down to 80 on Tuesday, but for the most part, we'll be breezy to downright windy, mild and dry. Different story, though, for the Imperial Valley. Blowing dust again tomorrow. That should taper off around 7 o'clock. A mild Sunday, then those winds will pick up. And take a look, a 30% chance of maybe some showers throughout the day on Monday. Then the winds will pick up again on Tuesday before they settle down. Look at Tuesday's high, though, 79 degrees. And then we'll warm back up as we get in through the latter part of next week. But for the most part, it'll be gusty, windy, and sunny. Straight ahead, it's week 10 of the Varsity Blitz. All of your scores and highlights throughout the Desert Southwest. Straight ahead.
New Hondas are going fast. So, if you want one, hurry to your Honda dealer and get yours before someone else does. Now's your chance to have fun this fall in a new Honda. So, get to your Honda dealer and get yours before they're all gone. See your Southwest Desert Honda dealer today.
Are you over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days? I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. Call now for this free book on maximizing your income in retirement. Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers from leading financial firm J.D. Milberg. That's right, free. This book reveals little-known truths about annuities in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now because we're about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known truths we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity. And it's free.
Call 800-268-4040.
As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report. We researched numerous products and summarized rates and benefits of annuities, all from Sentinel Security Life Insurance Company.
Call 800-268-4040. That's 800-268-4040.
Call now.
It's time to find your adventure with Girl Scouts and Spirit Untamed.
Wow. Sign me up.
Let's go, girl. Whether you've got courage to spare.
Jump!
I just rode a horse. Skills worth showing off. We'll get your family back. Or you just want to make new friends.
I'm gonna call you Spirit.
There's always a home for you at Girl Scouts, where every spirit is encouraged to shine.
Oh, do I have marshmallow on my face? It's in your heart to run free. It's in mine, too. Trust me.
Rocky! Girl Scouts, come be yourself with us.
High school football from across the Desert Southwest is here. Varsity Blitz starts right now.
Always love the Hopeville fans. Good evening and welcome to week 10 of the Varsity Blitz. I'm Scott Gross alongside Luis Lopez.
Scott, a lot of storylines this week to follow. Can Yuma Catholic hang on to their number 4 ranking in Class 3A, which would give them 2 home games in the playoffs? Will Central meet Brawley for the 4th straight year in the IVL title?
Also, will anyone catch Palo Verde Valley in the Desert League? Holtville lost to the Yellow Jackets 2 weeks ago and would need a little help tonight from Vincent Memorial. More on that a little bit later.
Yeah, Scott. First, Holtville needs to take care of business at home tonight against league foe Mountain Empire. Holtville entered the day at 6-2 with a 1-1 record in the Desert League, good for fourth place. So what would happen in their next league game against Mountain Empire? Let's take a look and find out. Over to Holtville, where the Vikings took on the Redhawks to the first quarter now. Redhawks on the Holtville 46. Senior Gregory Reyes is going to take the rock here on 3rd and 27 over to the sideline. He is going to earn his way to a 23-yard gain. Just a couple plays later on 4th down, Redhawks going to go for it. They hand the ball off, but the Holtville defense is there. Vikings get the turnover on downs. Vikings, they're going to take the ball now, and they are going to hand it off to Donovan Johnston, who bounces his way over to his own sideline for a 21-yard gain. Big run for Johnston there. 3 minutes left in the first, same drive for Holtville. Quarterback Spencer Hilfiger is going to take the snap, and he is going to fire it off to Peyton Eiton. Eiton met immediately, but it's a 15-yard pass. Viking drive would unfortunately end with a turnover on downs. Mountain Empire back with the ball now, about a minute left in the second quarter. QB Mannix Gonzalez rolls out and fires it to Gregory Reyes for the 19-yard pass and a first down. Now that drive would end up in a field goal for the Redhawks. Not much doing offensively for either team. Holtville would go on to take this one by a score of 7-3.
To Veterans Field in Calipatria, with the Hornets looking to shake off a 3-game losing streak as they welcome the Tartans of St. Margaret's to town. Early first quarter, Jacob Zendejas gives to Alex Fernandez, and he bulls his way for 5 yards behind the left guard. Moments later, it's Fernandez again behind the left side, and it turns into a rugby scrum. 2 yards in a cloud of dust for the Hornets on 3rd down. Zendejas rolls left, finds Zachary Leal for the short, and not enough for the first. That leads to this punt. And why are we showing you a punt? Well, watch the return by Tartan senior Dylan Lamb. Yeah, he's going to juke. And nice little shoulder move, and he's going to work his way now for a nice 20-yard gain. Moments later, it sets up this quick toss by Max Ruff to the right to his receiver. Tartans find pay dirt and score first. St. Margaret's goes on to win this one easily by a score of 58-0.
To Shimamoto Simpson Field, where the Imperial Tigers are looking to stay above 500 against the Calexico Bulldogs, who are looking to do the same thing. Early second quarter, the Tigers' Reese Vindiola fires a wounded duck and finds Francisco Lopez for a nice chunk of yardage and a first down. Moments later, confusion on the Tiger backfield, and the Bulldogs' Abraham Zazueta and Diego Garola are there to devour Vindiola. It leads to a Tiger punt. Calexico with the ball now. Zazueta with a sidestep in the pocket, and he fires deep and finds Andres Ramirez for the big gain and a first down. Near the end of the second, confusion in the Bulldog backfield yet again, and the ball is poked free, and it's scooped up by junior Pablo Moreno, who takes it 63 yards for the score. Tigers strike first. The Tigers would go on to beat the Bulldogs by a score of 14-6.
Big win for the Tigers, their first IVL victory. To Eagle Field for a Thursday matchup. Southwest looking to play spoiler to the Central Spartans, looking for a 4th straight IVL title appearance. It's the El Centro City Championship. Central already up 7-0. Damian Rodriguez flicks it out to Gavin Marini, who gets outside, and Marini does the rest. He is loose. He surges into the end zone for his second touchdown early. Yeah, Moreno gives the Spartans a 14-0 lead after the Southwest 3-and-out. And why not Rodriguez again? This time in the gun, hands off on a jet sweep to Skylar Cook, and he gets the job done, picks up the first down. It'll lead to this. Rodriguez, he played really well second half of the year. Rodriguez does. The transfer out of Holtville, pumps, good protection in the pocket, floats it down the sideline. Who's going to get it? Well, that's your boy Artie Estrada making the grab, and high steps would-be tacklers. Another touchdown, 21-0. Sparty. Could the Eagles get anything going? Logan Youngers would like to think so. Hands off to Esteban McDonough, and this is a good start. Gets outside, cuts back for a first down, but it would be one of the few bright spots in first downs in the night for the Eagles. They would punt again. Leads to this. Rodriguez has a free backer coming right at him. Whoop. Takes it, and hello, Charlie Sullivan out of the backfield, and Sully catches it for 48 yards, and the score was all Spartans. They cruise in this one, 42-0. And they win for the 3rd straight time for the El Centro City Championship game. Spartans shoot down the Eagles for the 3rd straight time, 42-0 again. And now they will meet Brawley. Now this win again is Central's 4th in a row. They are now 5-4 in the year, but more importantly, 3-0 in the IVL, along with Brawley, who is idle this week, and that sets up the IVL Championship in Brawley next week. And oh, by the way, It's the bell game.
Of course, Scott. Doesn't get much better than that. Now we're going to take a water break, but don't go anywhere. The Yuma schools are next. We've got more scores, highlights, and the out-of-town scoreboard. Straight ahead, this is the Varsity Blitz.
You're watching Varsity Blitz on 13 on your side. Go Rebels!
Visit Paradise Casino for the extended Rake in the Dough Cash and Rewards Play giveaway. Join us on Sundays, October 10th through the 31st from 5 to 9 p.m. to rake in your share of over $66,000 in cash and rewards play. So much, so close. Paradise Casino.
Spectrum Mobile is reinventing wireless again. Introducing the best deal in mobile. Unlimited on 2 or more lines for just $29.99 a line. All on a nationwide 5G network that provides the best overall experience and reliability. Call 844-677-2999.
Unlimited for $29.99. This offer's going to take off.
We changed the rules when we introduced mobile with no contracts, no added taxes, and no hidden fees. And now we're doing it again, making it easier to get unlimited for less with our best deal ever. Get unlimited from Spectrum Mobile for just $29.99.
That's amazing.
It's the best deal in mobile.
Join the millions who've switched and get the best deal in mobile. Unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide 5G included for just $29.99 and save up to 60%. Call 844-677-2999. Click SpectrumMobile.com or visit a store near you.
A device some may consider a toy. One local man has used to make a name for himself. Radio-controlled racing.
It's more than just something you could do locally. You could go to races across the world.
The sport has even taken him all the way to Australia. How he got in the game, and if there's any money in making it big. Rolling Racers, only on 13 on Your Side, Wednesday the 27th at 6 and 10 p.m.
Imperial Valley Auto says sell us your car! With the recent shortage of new and used vehicle inventories due to the worldwide semiconductor chip shortage, your car is worth more money than ever. We can actually pay more than you paid for your car. In many cases, whether you buy from us or not. Visit ivauto.com to schedule your free appraisal and sell your car today. Great prices, great selection, great service, and great people who care about you. Experience the difference at Imperial Valley Auto.
Quichan Casino Resort and Paradise Casino are giving you more ways to win. Sign up today and you could win up to $1,000. One club, 2 properties, more ways to redeem at Quichan Casino Resort and Paradise Casino.
You're watching Varsity Blitz. The best highlights, the best plays, continuing right now.
You're watching Varsity Blitz on 13 on Your Side.
Thank you, Rod Woodson, and welcome back to Week 10 of the Varsity Blitz. I'm Scott Gross. The Yuma Catholic Shamrocks reached the state title game last year, and in order to get back, they needed to make their path a little easier with some home cooking. Now, they put themselves in a great spot last week with a 29-26 win over River Valley. Luis Lopez joined us now. Why was this win so significant?
Yeah, that's right, Scott. The huge win over the third-ranked team in the 3A division has propelled the Rocks to number 4 in the latest AIA PowerPoint rankings. Now, this is significant because the top 4 teams are guaranteed a home playoff game in the first 2 rounds of the upcoming 3A playoffs. Tonight, the Rocks played their regular season home finale against Kingman. Let's see if they could hold their spot for another week. To Ricky Gwynn Stadium with the Shamrocks charged in full effect in the regular season home finale against the Kingman Bulldogs. Opening drive, Bulldogs, Malachi Bell is going to take the snap, runs right, but finds all of his doors closed. Rocks smother the run and hold. Rocks with the ball now, Richard Stallworth. As you're going to see in a second, he is going to elude the rush and catch up near side. Priest with the touchdown right in your living room. Rocks strike first. Let's go for 2. Stallworth is going to find Martinez in the back of the end zone. Yuma Catholic looking good early. After a defensive hold, Rocks with the ball, and Stallworth somehow avoids a sack, moves over to his left, and is going to find senior Devin Black, who races down the sideline and gets tackled near the 10. Moments later, Richard Stallworth yet again. He is going to find Luke Stallworth, but he stops short of the goal line. Rocks would be stuffed at the 1 and turn the ball over. Good news for Yuma Catholic. They win at home by a score of 62-0.
To Doan Field, the other team with the Yuma name in their title, the Yuma Criminals, still in search for win number 1 on the year. Welcome the Bulldogs of Sierra Linda. Opening kickoff, and Giovanni Robinson with the return, picks up a couple blocks, shakes a tackle on the sideline, picks up a few more, and starts Yuma's drive in Sierra Linda territory. Yes, Crims on the roll. Couple plays in for the Crims, and the toss right back to Robinson here. Again, he's going to shake a tackle in the backfield, tries to get a few more, and oh no, coughs up the rock. Bulldogs hop on top of it. Turnover on downs. Sierra Linda's drive inside the red zone. Anthony Garcia tosses it out to Trayvon Dingingser, who gets inside the Yuma 10-yard line. They would go on to score a play later to strike first. Now the Crims driving early in the second quarter. The toss out to Manuel Garcia. This time he gets loose down the sideline before being dragged down inside the 10. Sets him up nicely, but just a couple plays later, it's Robinson again, and the ball touches the dirt again. Bulldogs scramble on top of it. They say they have it, they do, and the Crims give up a golden opportunity inside the 5. But talk about redemption. Sierra Linda backed up in their own 3. Garcia tossed it deep downfield, and Giovanni Robinson comes up with a diving interception to give the Crims the ball back. Would they go on to score and tie it up? It would be a tight game, but in the end, the Crims fall short yet again by a score of 23-21.
And now to the Kings of Kofa on homecoming, also vying for their first win of the 2021 campaign versus West Point. Coach Carl Pope and quarterback Leo Koivu looking on. We pick it up in the second quarter. Kings down by a few touchdowns, and the third down handoff goes to Jonathan Clark for a short gain. Fourth down and short, they go back out of the gun, but he's dragged down in the backfield by a couple of Dragons. Turnover on downs. And off the turnover, West Point quick screen pass to Juan Arias, who gets down the sideline for a first down and more inside the Kofa 10. Next play, as you're going to see in just a bit here, handoff to Omarion Brown, who walks in for the score. West Point up big, 42-0 before the half. The Kings come up just short of their first win, falling in this one 59-8.
Luis and everybody, we had a lot of games out there today. Let's take a look at our scoreboard. Again, Central over Southwest by a score of 42-0. Calexico and Imperial, this was a very tight game, 14-6 for the Tigers. Tigers get their first IVL win of the season. The Bulldogs are started out early, kind of limping to the finish line. Holtville in a slugfest, 7-3 over Mountain Empire. The Desert League, very, very tough this year. Calipatria falls at home to St. Margaret's by a score of 58-0. Next out-of-town scoreboard. Here we go. What do we got?
Yeah, and as you can see, West Point taking down Kofa big by a score of 59-8. Sierra Linda and Yuma in a very close game. The Criminals nearly pulled it off, but ultimately they fall short to Sierra Linda 23-21. Yuma Catholic once again with a huge victory over Kingman. They take that one in blowout fashion, winning 62-0. And over in Vincent Memorial, Palo Verde Valley taking that one by a score of 50-16. Big win for Palo Verde.
And I think with that win, the Yellow Jackets may have all but wrapped up the Desert League this year. The Yellow Jackets in preseason were supposed to be good under Coach Grant, and they certainly proved it this year. Gila Ridge falls again. They lose to Greenway tonight, 34-14. Cibola wins 48-24 on the road to Copper Canyon. Antelope Falls to St. John Paul II, 8-0, and San Pasqual had yet another game canceled on the year. So it was a big day today. A lot of things happened. We'll keep the scoreboard right there for just a second as we talk about. It looks like we have the IVL Championship. It'll be at the Bell game in Brawley next Friday night. It'll be Central versus Brawley. For the fourth straight time those two teams are going to meet. Looks like we have a Desert League champion in Palo Verde Valley. Congratulations to the Yellow Jackets. And also, it looks like tonight, with a big 62-0 win over Kingman, Yuma Catholic will hang on to at least for another week with that big win, Luis. That number 4 spot in 3A in the AIA rankings.
Yeah, Scott, a lot of huge matchups out there in the Desert Southwest tonight. Games are starting to get a little tighter as these teams begin to wrap up towards the end of their season this year.
It's now time for today's best. A big thank you to Marina, Omar, and George, our directors in the booth, Cole Johnson, Adonis Albright, and Anna Klepp helping with scores, Wiley Jahari, Vinci Bari, Joe Tapaste helping cover our games tonight, Jonathan Busco with graphics, Lisa Sturgis and Marcus with the web. So many people that go into this, Luis, of putting this whole thing together. It's a whole team, and we're just so gracious and thankful for everybody that helps us.
Yeah, Scott, just like these teams that battle it out on the field, it's a team effort here at 13 on your side, and I wouldn't be, definitely would not want to do it with anyone else. So very happy to have this team behind us so we can put on a great show for our viewers at home.
Thank you for watching Week 10 of the Varsity Blitz. We'll see you next week. Enjoy the rest of these highlights. Stephen Colbert is next.